Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another 3 questions in 3 minutes with our real estate and development power players. I am very pleased to be joined today by Valerie White, the Executive Director of LISC NYC. LISC is a nonprofit that invests in underinvested communities, and it stands for Local Initiatives Support Corporation. Valerie, thank you so much for taking time out of your very important work to be here with me.
Wonderful. Thank you for having me.
So could you describe the work of LISC as well as your role as Executive Director?
Yes, so as executive director, I lead the team in the $3.1 billion of assets and investments that we've made across the city since the 1980s. LISC New York City is the flagship and the first of the LISC office. There are 39 others across the country. So we raised capital and invested not only in affordable housing, but other community infrastructures that are germane to marginalized communities, disinvested communities, and support minorities, immigrants, and other populations for sustainability in their neighborhoods.
That is amazing and quite an amazing history as well. So how did you personally become involved in LISC, and how did you become interested in development and community investment?
Well, this has been my career since the 90s, starting with the New York City Housing Authority through low-income housing tax credits, and then eventually at Standard & Poor's across the country, and then internationally, working with social housing providers, other economic development and industrial development, credit analysis, and the like. So this has been my career for quite some time. I did have the opportunity to retire early in 2015. And after a few stints at other notable organizations, including Brooklyn Navy Yard and New York State's Empire State Development, running New York State's MWBE program, I was able to find my way to LISC to match my ability and experience in the financial world with nonprofit and government work to move forward the platform of LISC NYC.
I'm sure they're very happy to have pulled you out of retirement. So is there a project or a partnership that you're currently working on now that really excites you?
Yes, there are a number of projects that excite us and myself and the team. But one key factor is that we want to be sure, as we are working and partnering with developers, contractors, and others that are rebuilding our city, that we are making available to them the working capital, the liquidity, that they're able to compete for government jobs and government contracts, and that they're able to complete them, because that is one of the biggest hurdles for companies of color, access to capital. So through our Developers of Color program, we just graduated a cohort of 12 developers of color through a workshop that we designed and was delivered by Columbia University. They were also provided with one-on-one coaches. They came to the program with deals. And then at the end, we had a developer investment forum where each of the participants were matched with at least one, some of them more than one investors, whether it was short-term capital, long-term capital, or just working capital, so that they can move their projects forward. So we're very excited about that, and are looking to launch the next cohort sometime in the summer.
Wow, very exciting. And I think now, there's a lot of talk about making different industries more equitable, and it's exciting to see that in real estate and development as well. So
Yes.
Thank you so much, Valerie, for being a power player and for joining me today.
Thank you. And thank you to SNEPS for the acknowledgement.